Today I am going to present the lecture about the formulation drug factors of the pharmaceutical factors which affect the drug absorption. As we know that the rate limiting steps in the drug absorption uh, are like a dissolution. First is the disintegration because maximum number of the factors which are involved. Uh, that is the tablet of the solid dosage formulation. So disintegration is the one of the factors. Rate limiting step. Then after this is the dissolution and the solubility finally. So these are the rate limiting steps in drug absorption from the drug product. So uh, disintegration also becomes the factor also if we say related to the formulation. So this particular factor, this step can also be considered as the factor, especially uh, the pharmaceutical factor. So, so one of these factors is the rate limiting step, especially if the drug product type is solid dosage formulation. So, uh, we will first discuss the primary factors now, which affect the drug release or the drug product performance, you can say, or the drug dosage from the drug from the formulation of the drug product. So, the excipients which are involved here in the formulation, they can affect mostly the drug absorption because excipient, if we talk about the tablet, then we know that the excipients are many types, like we are using the diluents, like we are using the disintegrants. Nowadays, we are having the materials which are disintegrants as well as the diluents. We are using the lubricants. We are using the granulating agents, which are mostly the binding agents, you can say. We are using many uh, coatings also. So, coating agents, you can say, and we are using some dyes also. So, these all may have effect on the drug dissolution and drug solubility. So, these can affect the drug absorption. These factors all are can be considered under the formulation related factors. Other than this, we can also say that there are some formulation factors like the compression force. The compression force that is used for making the tablet. So that is again the one of the factors because in some cases increasing the compression force increases the disintegration rate automatically. Disintegration precedes the dissolution, so there's a delay. If there's a delay, if there is extension in the disintegration time, then automatically there's a reduced. There's a reduction in the dissolution rate, so automatically there's a slow release and there's a slow absorption of the drug. So sometimes there may be excipients may show interaction like things also. Interaction interaction may be there between the excipients and the drug also. So that interact. that reaction product which is formed that maybe not so observable. So this is how this affect uh, how the presence of the different excipients may affect the uh, drug dissolution or drug release in the drug absorption. So mainly these factors, if you consider about the suspension liquid forms especially, here the suspending agents. So suspending agents may have uh, effect on the dissolution from the suspensions because the increase in the viscosity may result in decrease in the drug release from the suspension particles. So in this way, there may be decreased drug release and hence there may be the retarded absorption or decreased absorption rate. Sometimes we also use some agents like in various formations which are known as the surfactants. So surfactants they also have variable effects. Surfactants uh, below the micellar concentration they may increase the dissolution, especially of the lipophilic drugs. But when they form the micelles, so they themselves may be solubilizing the drug and thus not allowing the release of the drug. So they may be holding very small size, nano size aggregates of the drug molecule for 15 molecules, and they may not be releasing the drug for the absorption. So the surfactants may have effect on uh, the drug release or in the drug dissolution, which may affect the drug absorption. So we'll discuss these case by case that if the excipient is like this one and what may be the lots of examples and the possible examples only this will be considered. So we know that excipients are added to a formulation which provide a desirable property so that it will form a it can be converted to some dispensable form. So which is may also be improving its efficacy also, but are not retarding its efficacy or its therapeutic uh, value, therapeutic effect. So formulation is further it may be consisting of a single agent or it may be consisting of multiple type of the other agents which are known as the excipients. Excipients are mostly considered non-therapeutic. They are not having an effect. Other and their drug is these are considered to increase the bulk of the drug product so that it can be easily uh, administered. It can be easily held or it can be easily converted to a glucose form and it can be held easily so the patient can take it very easily. So excipients are added in the formulation. If we uh, talk about the tablet, so we are having a category of its excipients. Uh, we are very well known excipients are available. Some of these are like the spray dried lactose. This is used as a diluent mainly. This is used as a diluent. So spray dried lactose, but because it has the aldehyde group, so which may react with the amine category of the drugs, like isonated, etc. So there may be middle reaction, which may this is a kind of a chemical reaction, and there will be discoloration of the product also. We may have The other excipient which is very commonly used, that is the dibasic calcium phosphate, dibasic calcium phosphate. This is known as the DCP also. So this is a chemical of the calcium salt. So and tetracyclines are known to react with the calcium salts and to make insoluble type of the complex. So DCP otherwise is a very good excipient used for making various tablets. So, but in such cases, they may be due to the presence of interaction with the drug, so it may not be used as or useful as the excipient. Similarly, we are having other excipients also, like we are using the various starches. Starch grades are available. We are having the microcrystalline cellulose. So, microcrystalline cellulose is mainly a diluent, but it may act as some disintegrant also. We are having the magnesium stearate. Yeah, this is a category of lubricant. So you know that lubricants are mainly oily in nature. So if these are oily in nature, then these may retard the drug dissolution because they may repel the water and they prevent the wetting of the tablet or the particles produced after the disintegration. So this water repellency may enhance the or may decrease the dissolution rate or may enhance the time of a drug dissolution, you can say. So there may be a significant delay in the drug absorption and there may be reduced absorption or even reduced viability of the drug due to the lubricant. So lubricant should be used in very small quantity in the tablet in the drug product. Similarly, we are having other lubricants which are used. These are the stearic acid. All lubricants are fatty acid actually, or fatty acid in nature. So they always show the water repellency. But nowadays, instead of mentioned stearate, some sodium stearate is also available, which is a water soluble type of lubricant and does not affect the wetting of the such type of drug products. So we may have the granulating agents like we may have PVP, polyvinyl pyrrolidone. So polyvinyl pyrrolidone, it's a granulating agent also. Mostly the granulating agents mainly granulating agents, they act as a point, and if the concentration of this kinetic agent is increased, so then the binding effect may be uh, very high, quite high in, for the drug product, and this may also retard its dissolution, and then the drug frees from the drug product or the particles. Similarly, we are having various coatings also. In coatings, we are having the HPMC, hydroxy, propyl, methyl cellulose. It is especially used uh, for enhancing the viscosity and the tablet coating agent. So the supplement is used as the tablet coating agent, while in case of the liquids of the suspension, it may be used as the suspending agent. So hydroxypropylmethyl cellulose, this is also known as the HPMC, where spirits are available. Microcristallus cellulose is also known as the MCC. Two grades P101, P102. These are available. One is in the powder form, one is in the just in the granular form. So it is used. Similarly, HPMC hydroxypropylmethyl cellulose, if we use this polymer high viscosity grade for making the tablet films, even these normal films. So then there may be difficulty in its in the drug release or dissolution in the aqueous medium, so often there will be delay in the drug absorption. Similarly, cellulose acetate phthalate. This is cellulose acetate cellulose acetate cellulose acetate phthalate. Cellulose acetate phthalate. This is used as the mainly enteric coating enteric coating and this polymer is used in the coating and similar to that of HPMs. So the coating thickness, the viscosity grade, etc. Many factors are there. So which can affect its working or its the drug release from the drug product is contained within the coating of these polymers. Among the natural polymers, shellac was used as the coating agent, as the enteric coating agent, but it shows the aging with the time. So that's why this is not used nowadays. Mostly the polymers which are used industrially, these are semi-synthetic or mainly the synthetic type of synthetic type of compounds which are used because the quality is more controlled as natural. But shellac is available as the natural burning agent also. So, what is the effect if we see that if we use the disintegrant? If we use the disintegrant, then we may observe that like the abyssal export app, like sodium starch glycolate. So these are the super disintegrants actually. So if you look at their dissociation, its absorption rate constant Ka and the Tmax, because increase in Ka means there's an increase in absorption rate means the speed of the absorption rate is high. So absorption rate is high. So for the disintegrants, there may be increase in the absorption rate constant. This absorption may be the fast, and this reduces the Tmax value. And if you look at the AUC value, and AUC value of this is it may either increase or may not increase. Then if we talk about the lubricants, so in the lubricants, if we uh, look at that how lubricants, as I have told you that these affect the drug product wetting and its easy dissolution. So it these delay the drug absorption. So, however, if lubricant has been used like hydrogen vegetable oil, that is and the malicious steroid, like these compounds, that AA may get reduced. Slow absorption is there. Then TMX may get increased. And if you look at the this one, that what is the AUC? It's not ACC, it's AUC. It's AUC. So if you look at the AUC, so that will decrease in this. So uh, if we talk about the coating agents, right? Like the HPMC, if you talk about the HPMC, then this is the polymer uh, which can, which is actually the concentration at which it is used. It's not affecting much to the absorption, have not much effect on the absorption or the other properties. So they may be no effect. This one. Then there's an enteric coating. If you look at the enteric coating, which occurs in the stomach. So enteric coating, in enteric coating like cellulose acetate phthalate (CAP), which we have drawn, which we have considered above, that what is the polymer used for the enteric coating. So enteric coating is there, like cellulose acetate phthalate. This will decrease. This will decrease the Ka value. This will increase the Tmax, and this will attain. This will. This is the this is enteric coating. So this will decrease or have no effect. That's what she- Now we are having the sustained release agents like the methyl cellulose, another category like HPMC. HPMC is also used as the suspending agents. So release, sustained release agents. These may these are mainly methyl cellulose and ethyl cellulose. This is used in the last such topic. So sustained release by using MC and ECC, these are used in the bulk for making the tablet, which gives the slow release. Automatically, there's a decrease in the Ka and there's increase in the and it's a sorry, it decreases the K value, it increases the Tmax value, and it has the effect that there's a decrease in the effects. So then there may be the other examples also, like the waxy substances which are used for uh, so sustained release by like the waxes, like the castor wax, like the carbo wax. These all have a decreasing effect on the Ka, increasing Tmax, and overall AUC. If you talk about then the decrease in the AUC. So these are the bioactive functions you can say. So there's a direct change in these uh, parameters, pharmacokinetic parameters by various excipients of the formulation. So we can say that the absorption is affected by the excipients of the formation related factors. In case of disintegration, formulation related factor disintegration, we know that there is a due to the disintegration. There may be slow disintegration, there may be delay in the drug absorption, slow drug absorption. That's why this has been considered as this has been considered as a member. Uh, so waxy substances. So we are having now we finish this. There may be one more property arising from these that you can say that the miscellaneous category is there. There's a aging. There's a aging of some agents with time. So aging is there. So like a shellac that may show the aging like properties. So shellac shows the aging. It shows the aging, or which is with the time it shows the cross linking. This cross linking may uh, decrease the dissolution rate, and there will be slow release of the drug. There will be the change in the bioavailability, decrease in the bioavailability of the drug product, of the drug from the drug product. Surfactant, I have told you that at the low concentration they can increase the dissolution because they can uh, reduce the surface tension between different phases so that they can increase the drug dissolution. But at the high concentration, micelles are formed, so there is no further decrease in the dissolution rate, or in some cases there will be decrease in the dissolution rate because the particles may be in the small aggregates of the molecule may be in the solubilized form, so they are not further reduced to the particles. So due to the high compression force, there may be a decrease in the disintegration rate. So automatic dissolution will get delayed, and there will be a, a decrease in the absorption also. So excipients in the formulation may also interact chemically. So I have told you that the excipients, drug excipient, drug excipient interaction may be there. So drug excipient interaction may be there. This interaction may be responsible for uh, this may be responsible for some delay or for no absorption of the drug. Like the example is the tetracycle with the calcium. So DCP may not be used from the tetracycline category drug products. Then there may be excipient which can increase the retention time of the drug product also. They are having the low density stress, they impart the buoyancy to the product. So there may be retention for the more for the large time at a particular site by the excipients. This may be beneficial for some, and but for other drugs like irritating drugs, this may not be the beneficial one. That also depends upon that what is the rationale, what type of the function we are going to plan. So, there are many things which can be considered before working any formulation. So, uh, this is the effect of a formulation related factors on the drug absorption. So, with this, I end this lecture. So, any questions, any queries, they are most welcome. So, thank you all.